So, sir, we are live now.
Okay.
So, sir, please, normally you need to introduce yourself to us or to the viewers who are actually, they have been hoping to hear from you in a calm way. So, you are going to introduce yourself and then, in summary or in any way, explain to us what actually happened today in the court.
Okay. First of all, my name is Aloy Ejimakor. I'm sure most of the viewers are familiar with me, but I can introduce myself again. I'm Special Counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra. And I think what Ugochinyere wants me to tell you today is simply about a summary of what happened in court today, being 18th May 2022. As you know already, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made an appearance in court today in continuation of what the federal government calls a trial, and which I like to term as a persecution. So he appeared in court today in continuation of that process, and what happened was pretty much clear. But I noticed that there was a bit of fake news flying around, or some mischaracterization of what actually transpired in court today. The number one mischaracterization was that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers will be charged to court for being complicit in some kind of a crime. No, nothing like that happened. What happened is that the federal government amended the charges yet again for the seventh time, and in the attempt to amend those charges and to make it look credible, and the submission of the proof of evidence, they filed documentation indicating that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in contact with his lawyers after 2017 when he failed to make his trial. That was what people like to call that he jumped bail. Of course, he didn't jump bail. What happened that the federal government is making an allegation that during that period that his whereabouts were unknown, that he was actually in contact with his lawyers. So that was just what went to town. I don't know how some journalists misinterpreted that to mean that his lawyers will now be charged for some kind of complicity in crime. No, that is not correct. Then the second summary is that if the judge did in fact deny the application for bail, but you have to bear in mind that this application for bail is very old. The application for bail predated the judgment of the Abia State High Court, which was delivered on January 19th this year. So the application did not take into consideration facts that are favorable to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after the application was filed. So the judge considered the application as filed, and it was indeed very old. So the judge, in her wisdom, did in fact take particular note that she has never been addressed on the record in her own court, meaning in her own court, with facts enunciating the circumstances that led to the disappearance of Nnamdi Kanu back in September 2017. That means she has never, on the record, as a matter of process of court, had the story of Python dance and the attack that was levied by the Nigerian military at Afaruku Ibeku Umahia in September 2017. So she wants to hear the whole story. So she left the window open. She has not closed the window to grant him bail permanently. She left it open, and in a very liberal manner did state on the record that she wants to hear the story of Python dance before she can consider any application for bail. So that is where we are at this point. And because this process remains open, we now have an opportunity to throw in everything we have, which is number one, the judgment of the Abia State High Court of January 19, 2022, and other things, including a continental and international ruling that was in favor of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, which issued directly from what happened in September 2017. These things are very germane, very relevant to the issue of bail, and we hope to prevail on that on 26th of May when this matter comes up for consideration again. The consideration of the issue of bail will come again on 26th of May.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, based on the Umuahia court, there's a recent court also going on in Umuahia, and the last court date, we were not there to know what really happened, and people are really asking to know how the case at Umuahia is going.
When the case was adjourned, I'm going to get a new date. I don't have the new date yet. It's going to be, I think, sometime in June. I'm waiting to get the date. If I get it, I'll make a press release so that people will be aware when the case is coming up. Again, the case is nothing more than an application by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a judicial consideration of what happened to him in Kenya. We are not going to take any prisoners on that. I do believe that what happened to him in Kenya is egregious. It's in violation of international law, municipal law, the laws of Nigeria and laws of Kenya, and the rules of natural justice. And this needs to be tested in court. The Abia State High Court declined jurisdiction over it because what happened was akin to extradition, which lies within the exclusive jurisdiction of the Federal High Court. So that is why I took the matter to the Federal High Court to get that judicial pronouncement, and I'm determined to get it in our favor.
Okay, so finally, sir, we heard that the presiding judge, Barrister Aloy, questioned DSS over the why they flouted her orders. Is it based on the visiting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or changing of his clothes? And also, we want to know what their answers were.
Well, a lot of orders have been flouted, and it's become so perennial that I'm sure the judge is also showing her frustrations. And I hope the frustrations expressed by the judge today will lead to a better regime of obedience of these orders by the DSS. So we hope to have a better visitation treatment, and we hope to have an opportunity of presenting his clothes and prayer materials to him. What was expressed in court today was very strong, and I'm hoping that it will bring a change of behavior from the DSS.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And finally, please, we need you to give Biafrans some words of encouragement.
Well, let me start by also doing a clarification. The federal government attempted again to amend these charges, but the court rejected that attempt. I think that's a light at the end of the tunnel. So we are coming to a new era where these endless amendments of charges will have to have an end. The court did not find it funny. So I think we are going to have closure, and the closure from all indications will be in our favor. So I will ask everybody out there to hang in there, stay the course, stay calm, stay law-abiding. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set up a very disciplined freedom fighting organization that is committed to non-violence, and this organization is recognized worldwide, not only recognized, headquartered in Germany and registered in the United Kingdom. So Umuchineke should hold their heads high up. But this avenue, this new thing about certain violences here and there, and people trying to tie it to IPOB, that is becoming worrisome. So I will advise everybody to be vigilant and to keep his or her eyes on the ball, that this in fact was not the purpose from the get-go. The purpose is self-determination through violent means, and that's where I think people need to be focused on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.